Welcome into another edition of the Gator Nation Football Podcast Film Review. I'm your host, James D. Virgilio, and on this review, we'll take a look at Florida's offense versus Missouri. You'll have to bear with me and my voice, which is not cooperating for this episode. I apologize for that ahead of time. As always, if you like this content, sub to this channel and like this video. Follow us on social media. Check out our podcast where each and every Monday we bring you in-depth analysis on the Florida Gators. And drop us a dono on Patreon where you can support our efforts to bring you more of this type of content all year long. Florida's offense, once again, was not the reason that Florida lost this game. In fact, Florida's offense has engineered quite a nice turnaround from where it was earlier in the year. Trey Wilson is a large reason for that. We've obviously seen the offense be much more successful when he's been in there. And what I've dubbed the ET phone home or the ET offense with ETN and Trey being on the field at the same time getting touches was in full effect in this game on the podcast. I'd hoped for 50% or more touches. And in fact, Florida did get the ball. 50% of the touches went to ET, which was a good day for this offense. Now, the two turnovers that were both unforced really hurt this team. Of course, the Mertz injury is going to loom large for the Florida State game. But first, a few numbers on the success rate of Florida's offense this season versus last season. Florida's offensive success rate in 2023, we are now the overall 35th best offense, 57th in explosiveness, 22nd in standard downs rate. Standard downs is either first down and 10, second down and 7 or better, and third down and 5 or better. And then you have a passing down rate of 69th. That's been a struggle. It's been one reason why I've largely felt like Billy's offense doesn't get the job done in passing. If you go back throughout his history, most of his offense do struggle on passing downs, which is going to be 2nd and 7 or 3rd and 5 and longer, crucial downs to being a top-level offense. On running plays, 50th in the country, and on passing plays, 32nd. Florida's success rate in 2022, overall we were 79th. So this year, 35th, 79th in 2022. Number 1 in explosiveness with AR in the entire country. Standard downs were 85th. Huge improvement this year in standard downs, despite the fact that we have a worse offensive line. 78th in passing downs. So both a struggle in both years, but still better this year. 85th in running plays versus 50th for this year. And then in passing plays, 87th versus 32nd. So on offense, this team is, by a consistency metric like success rate on a play-to-play basis, doing better. We are seeing that. That is real. They've also improved throughout the year with their productivity. So credit to Billy and the staff and the players for executing at a higher level. And again, if they had a better defense this season that was giving up fewer explosive plays and big touchdowns, this team probably has 7 or 8 wins. They're not playing at a championship level. They're not doing everything right. There's still all sorts of frustrating things that are occurring at the stage of this Florida team, but they are doing enough to win some of these games versus other teams who also have flaws. All right, let's hop right into the film. First down and 10. Something we talked about early on in the season. We saw this versus Utah. If your one-on-one receiver is going to get matched up like this and have this much cushion, you got to make him pay. Take the free yards. Pleased right away to see Florida just take the 3 yards. He's backpedaling. Easy money here, right? That's a handoff. Handoff right there for 7 yards. Take that all day, every day. Good start. Until this game, Trey had been very successful on the East-West game, screen game, jet sweep game, orbit motion game. In this game, although he does have a moment, Missouri clearly keyed on stopping him. Take a look here as the play Florida likes to run this boundary screen, get a block in here, or skip him and get a block here, either or for Ricky. And watch this. Straight downhill comes Missouri. They're ready for this play. Bam, stick him. It's a great tackle, great play. However, Trey's still going to have a significant effect on this game, as I'm going to show you, even though some of the bread and butter plays Florida runs with him were not that successful. Right, for the first time ever in the GNFP film review, we're going to go out of order because I accidentally skipped this play that I didn't want to skip, because here's Trey already making a difference. Now here's Ricky and here's Trey. Trey's fast enough to carry the defense and the safety out of the way for this crossing route to be maximally fruitful here for Ricky, who's going to lose his man. His man is trying to run so fast with Ricky that he actually falls on his own. Sniper in the stands right there. Got him. Ricky wide open. Nice pass from Mertz. Clean pocket, by the way. Clean pocket till the end where he takes a small hit but delivers that ball. It's a strike. Ricky's out the gate. Make a little move. We're still riding all the way down to the 10-yard line, and we are in business early on. Florida's done a great job on their opening drives. They scored on 5 of the last 6 opening drives to start the game, meaning Billy's doing a really good job scripting these plays, diagnosing what other teams want to do versus Florida, what they're likely to do, and then countering that and hitting them. So a big play here. Trey clears it out. Ricky hits it. We're in the red zone. 3rd and 6. This trip's not going to matter much if we don't get a touchdown here on the road. You really want to score here and set the tone early on. And this is going to be just an absolutely cold play here from Trey, who's lined up in the slot, because he is going to get the bracket treatment right here. They are bracketing Trey right now, and watch what Trey does to this bracket. I mean, this guy's a freshman. We talk about the defense all the time. It's a freshman, it's a freshman, it's a freshman. That's why he's struggling. Not for Trey. The guy looks like a senior. Bracket here, right? Trey's going to step in here and watch this move right here. Whoop, slip the underneath part of the bracket and get leverage on this part of the bracket. Boom. Now his window's messed up. He's not back far enough. He ate that move to the inside. Graham sees it and makes one of his best throws of the season. Hands in his face, of course, Florida's offensive line. You know they're going to mess something up pretty early on. They do right there. Slaughter gets turned around. Mertz stays in the pocket and delivers an absolute dime right in the hands of Trey with the trail defender. I mean, that is so clean. Look at that. Love this finish right here. There you go. Thank you very much. That is filthy. That is fantastic. That's disgusting stuff. It's a true freshman just eating out there. And, I mean, really, again, here you go. Here's the look. Bracket coverage, right? They're bracketing him. They're both on him. Make this inside move fake. Come right here. I mean, this is deep. Boom, gone. Create huge amounts of space. And he's too quick for the other bracket defender to get to him. This ball is thrown into space, leading him right in the hands. That's sensational stuff. That is great stuff right there. Florida's offense on the road especially still has several frustrating issues. And one is far too often on this season's film review, you see stuff like this. 3rd and 18, 3rd and 15, 3rd and 21. You can't have that kind of stuff, and it's often very self-inflicted. Florida has a knack for either false starting and then getting a delay of game. The clock goes to 20 seconds. It's almost like we're not ready for it. We don't know it. Play call doesn't come in. We don't get lined up. We're trying to run motions. We have to call timeouts, but it is consistent and continual. And of course, my nemesis, the clap snap, continues to lead to false starts every year. It really drives me insane. If this clap snap works so well, you wouldn't get 4 to 5 starts a game on the road, but we seemingly do. So now here at 3rd and 18, a chance to obviously try to increase your lead, and you're not going to get much here. What are you going to do with this play, right? You're backed up in your own end zone. We are going to pass it, which is nice. Let's at least run a screen here. We are trying to run this little slip screen here to Trey, and then there it is. Try to get loose, maybe get him going up the middle. Graham decides, I don't love that. Window's not great. He's looking at me. Okay, I'm going to hold this. And now I'm just going to roll right. And right here is where you wish that Graham Mertz would take some shots. The guy has been a fantastic quarterback for Florida, takes care of the football, has not been a reason we've lost football games, has helped us remain stable, despite the fact that most of the team is anything but stable. But in these moments here, this is where you want your QB to say, I've got room, I've got a one-on-one, there's no safety, here he is, I'm going to put this ball up. It's one-on-one. I'm going to give my guy a shot. It's 3rd and 18. Pass interference, maybe jump ball. Even if he picks it off, probably a punt. Right? Take a look right here. Let's take a look at this. Sling this thing, Graham. Let it ride. Come on, man. Let it fly. Let it fly. It's the only receiver you have here. Let's make this happen. He's totally trailing. And instead, Graham's going to do what Graham largely does. Little pump fake, try to run, make something out of nothing. And that's fine, right? That's fine. It's safe. But I think in some of these games, Florida could use Mertz to step it up a little bit more, take a few more risks, especially when you get a one-on-one chance like that. Give your receiver a chance to make a play downfield. 3rd down and 9 here. The game kind of hanging in the balance for both teams at this point in time. Good starts to the game. Both of them getting stopped. Instant pressure right here. The transfer from Alabama going to struggle. 76 just gets cooked. That's cooked. That's how you call it getting cooked. Missouri playing tough on Trey, right? He's coming down here on Trey anyway. I mean, they are focusing on Trey. This is not going to happen, but Florida's trying to build in a corner route here to Ricky just in case. This ball could have been thrown. You don't get this pressure here. This ball to Ricky could be thrown. Not going to be thrown now. Not like that. He throws it anyway, right? And now it's really tight on your screen here. You're going to see a lot of fuzzy characters. We got a guy here and a guy here. But there's a small window for that play. Nothing's really open on 3rd down and 9 there, but Florida gets stopped on 3rd down. So the game here hanging in the balance here. Florida getting pinned back with field position, sort of losing the field position battle as each possession goes on. 3rd and 6, and the zoo is fired up, right? They are feeling it. Florida going to bring everything in tight, which historically has not worked out great for them this season. However, Missouri missing their 2 best linebackers and missing Hopper, who was a guy that I loved here. I gushed about him at Florida, transferred to Missouri. Their team's leading tackler, an excellent linebacker, but they are playing 2 inexperienced linebackers. And as this game wears on, I'm not going to mention them too much, but keep an eye on them on film. It's a big reason why Florida was able to run an offensive game plan that suited Billy Napier. We largely did what we were comfortable with. Had 86 air yards, 170 plus intended air yards. That's pretty much a little above our average. And we ran the ball really, really well in this football game. I say it on the defensive film review every week. You cannot be a good defense without quality linebackers. And for Missouri, they just could not successfully replace their 2 starters. And you definitely cannot replace a guy like Hopper, who not only gets other players lined up well, but on his own is a one-man tackling machine and a play reader. And this is going to help Florida. So 3rd down and 6. Here comes a play that Florida likes to run and has gotten very good at running. We're going to bring a motion here and then turn our running back, in this case Montrell, into a lead blocker, and then take our left tackle and bring him out here as well. So it almost becomes like a counter run, which you see right here. Kick out. And then obviously with Trey Speed, he's so fast, you can see the linebacker here cannot get to him. If he does not get tripped up, he's got probably 10 more yards, right? But either way, 3rd and 6, a simple handoff goes for a 1st down. Florida's had a lot of success with that concept this season and derivations of it. All right, 2nd and 8, although I just talked about Missouri's linebackers affecting them in this game and not being quite as good, you are going to see a nice read here from a linebacker, in large part because Graham Mertz is going to stare this down. Now, you know on pre-snap, you have good spacing here. You got a matchup you like. He's off the ball pretty good. You know he's running a slant route. Your job here is not to let this linebacker get in the way. Right? Don't let him interfere. Now, we're not going to play fake here. If you run a play fake, which Florida generally does, right? It's going to hold the linebackers for a second. You are not running a play fake. You are running quick game. Look, I love quick game. I've talked a lot about Florida. They need to incorporate better quick game, use it more frequently. We have been doing it more recently. I like this concept. When you get this off coverage, you got to make teams pay because eventually you can hit sluggos and things we have not seen Florida really do this season with too much success. But take this. However, if you're Mertz, you got to draw this guy's attention. He's the defender that can ruin your slant. Not him. He can. You got to move him. Either look right at him, look right here, let your first eye look be right here, and then snap to here. Instead, he snaps here. We're ready to throw, right? But we're 2 ahead. We're ahead of the play. We're not, right now, there's Wilson. Wilson's now ready. We're ahead of this play. Our timing is off. Linebacker reads, hey, he's staring at that. He closes this almost all the way down, which leads the throw to be behind Trey. And that could have been a disaster, right? Almost was a disaster. And again, that all could have been avoided right here at the quarterback spot. Open up your eyes and just for a second, look right at him. Look right at him. Look over here. Give him something else. You know you have this matchup. Then snap your head around. Bam, stick it, right? Timing off, a little late behind him. Could have been a pick. Florida dodges a bullet there. 3rd and 8, another feature of Florida's attempted passing down play calling sheet that I don't love because we don't run it very successfully are these screen plays. It'd be one thing if we were hitting a lot of them, but we generally are not. It's 3rd and 8. Look, I know our offensive line struggles. Missouri's going to drop 8 here, though. They're dropping 8. They're not bringing any pressure. Teams are increasingly playing a lot of zone against Florida, playing 3- and 4-man rushes because they know that Florida's really most dangerous with these shallow east-west passes. And you're going to see it here again as we're running a double concept. There's Trey, and here's Etienne trying to get George out here to get a block, but Missouri's all over this play, right? They're only rushing 3. They all have eyes in the backfield. George can't get here in time. He's also not a fast guy in general. Part of the problem with Florida's offensive line, you want to run this kind of stuff, you need fast linemen. He didn't even touch him. And now Etienne, as elusive as he is, doesn't break that tackle, and Florida gets stopped on 3rd and 8. After what seemed like a bit of a gift pass interference for Florida, which of course you will take if you're a Florida fan, you're going to see again Missouri's scheme at work to stop Trey Wilson. They did not want to let Trey Wilson beat them. He's already got a touchdown pass in this game, which even though they bracketed him, they were giving him full attention, and they're going to give him full attention here as well. The jet sweep that Florida's been so successful with, how does Missouri counter this? They simply bring the corner. The corner is coming downhill, linebackers rotating over, but they are very aggressively playing this. It's going to get out in front of ETN. Again, this is a numbers game, right? If I bring right here 4 and you only have 3 blockers, this is not going to work. Florida is hoping this corner is in pass protection, and instead, he's coming right downhill, unblocked, beating that way in the backfield, and even Trey here, not going to do much there to make everyone miss, and down he goes. So again, the Trey plan is in effect, but Florida would find ways to utilize Missouri's scheme against them. 2nd down and 15, another example here where Mertz will miss on a scramble play, a wide open touchdown to Trey. Trey is going to simply run a go route here. It's a jog go. The defender is going to bail back into cover 3 and then actually sit and pass him off to no one. You're not going to see this, but what's going to happen. I'm going to play it out for you. Snap, good protection. Here comes your routes. Corner you can't see off your screen. Graham has lots of time. 3-man rush, lots of time. Great pocket, lots of time, right? You can slide over here if you want and buy more time. If he takes one slide step here, he's got a touchdown. If he steps up one step, keeps his eyes downfield, he's got a touchdown. If he looks at Trey at all, he's got a touchdown. Instead, he decides he's running, and he winds up picking up 1 yard. So again, if there's one hole in Graham Mertz's game that would be easily fixable, so forget about other stuff, reading the field, whatever, it would just be that, hey, if you have some time, and you're escaping the pocket, take a look at your go matchups. Read vertically. Take a look at it one last time, because each and every game, there tend to be 1 or 2 opportunities. In this game, there's been 2 already, and that one would have been a surefire touchdown. 2nd and 8. On last week's film review, we sort of begged for a flood left concept. Perhaps even a flood rollout to the left to put something on film so we don't just roll out to the right. We'll ask and you shall receive. Here it comes. We're going to flood this to the left. Arla's going to come over here, go route here to clear it out. We're flooding to the left. Mertz is going to open up. ETN's your check down, and we are rolling to the left, pushing everything over here. Look at this. I mean, everyone's gone, right? It's kind of nice. No one expects us to go left. They're like, what is this? I've never seen this before. He's like, I'm shocked. That's crazy. I can't believe you did that. Mertz with just maybe too much time. He's not used to this. So much time. The world is his oyster. A wide open receiver. Anytime on film you see me go like this and then you can't see anyone right here, look at this. That is as open as you can get on a corner route, right? That's a layup. That's a big guy reaching up for a football. Full jump. Unfortunately, that ball gets tipped and right into the hands of a guy who was not able to play good defense because the route concept got him, and gets rewarded with an INT. So there's one Mertz would like that back. He's thrown very few picks this year. The ones he has thrown generally weren't even really his fault per se. This one definitely his fault. Wide open, clean pocket, one of the easiest throws he's had all season, and he just missed that one. All right, Florida down 13-7. We've seen Florida with a hodgepodge of sort of results in the 2-minute offense. Like, are they aggressive? Are they conservative? Are we going to halftime? Florida with a chance to get a 2 for none here as they get the ball to start the second half, something that is ideal in football. But again, we've seen Billy before sort of say, hey, maybe a running play gets me started. What will Florida start with here? We're going to start with a screen to Trey. Let's get him touches. However, Missouri says, counter, I'm bringing a corner every single time. I'm playing max aggression here. There he is, corner, and you can't block me because I'm coming downhill, and I'm going to get him before he can do anything, and down goes Trey. Now, look, you want to counter this, right? How do you counter this? Well, pretty simple. Eventually, what do you do right here? You pump fake this right here. Ready? Pump fake. Ricky doesn't block at all. Ricky just goes right here. Pump and stick. Boom. Hit that rail, right? That's the counter to something like that when teams are using their corners as aggressively as this. But Missouri thinks, hey, they don't know this is coming, which is true. We're going to be hyper-aggressive on this, take a chance. We're not going to let Trey beat us with easy yards, and they win the battle here. 2nd and 13, Missouri with 3 timeouts left. Florida down 13-7. If you watched enough of Billy Napier, you probably correctly predicted this was going to be a run on 2nd down and 13 with the clock running. Florida bleeding the clock out. And you would be correct. Florida going to take the conservative route here. Arliss with a nice block. Good hole to run through. And then Montrell makes the free tackler miss and actually picks up nice chunk yardage to the 40 and now sets Florida up with a chance to be aggressive. 2nd and 10, 20 seconds left. Florida with 1 timeout, looking to get into smack field goal range. Big kicker for Florida. Big leg, that is. Problem, 3-man rush. This should be no problem. 3-man rush, right? We're good. Nice work here by Mazuka. Keep your eyes up. Look around. Here's Slaughter. Double team initially in the A-gap. Okay, cool. Pass him off to Leonard. Look around. Hold up here as much as you can on the left tackle side there, George. Hang on. Hang on. And then, boom. Leonard loses him right here, and now we're coming on free rush of the quarterback. 3-man rush, free rusher, intentional grounding. Something that looks good, should be good, turns into disaster. And that is not a recipe for success. If teams bing 3 and they're able to get to you that quickly, it's going to be a long day at the office. Not great for Florida. It sets up really an impossible 3rd and 22 with just 14 seconds left. 3rd and 22, what do you do here? Now you just hand the ball off, get to halftime, right? Not a lot of plays in the play sheet you want to call here where you could still give up a pick or a turnover. And, some nice rushing yards there, basically taking this game into halftime. Florida down 13-7, getting the ball back. All right, 1st and 5 now for Florida. Florida had like a 7 or 8 yard gain, and they curiously chose to have 1st and 5 rather than 2nd and 2 or 3, but whatever. Either way, Florida's now going to use a screen play to Trey to open up the inside zone. Show what looks to be a screen here because we know they're playing super aggressive, which means they're not having any eye discipline here to help out. They're just coming downhill. There you go. Fly downhill. Get all that stuff out of here. Let's take our chances playing in between the tackles with an inside zone play. And Florida does a nice job here. Right here. Florida, again, lots of different linemen had to play in this game. Florida took injuries across the board. Barber already not playing. Eventually, George is going to get hurt. And you're going to see throughout this tape several new linemen playing for Florida. And there's one of them right here, getting a nice block, sealing that off. Right through the A-gap we go. Linebacker play for Missouri, right? Not block shedding, not getting tackles. Right through the A-gap goes ETN. And if it's not for him, touchdown. Either way, big gain, setting the tone here early in the second half. Florida's going to run the ball really well in the second half. They're really going to take charge in the running game, and they're going to take advantage of the fact that Missouri did not have their full complement of linebackers. 2nd and 10. This is going to be a nice play from Mertz as no one is open initially here. I like this, by the way. ET offense. I like having ETN out here. I really think they need to throw him the ball more often. We're going to see them throw him to him later, but I think in general, hit him on some of these plays, right? He's open. Use him more. Either way, Mertz looks around. No one open as initial read set to the left. He did have, of course, ETN here. By the time he comes back around, it's not there. He's going to escape outside the pocket. And then we are going to get Trey, who you want, on a very late opening. And then Trey picks up a 1st down on 2nd down. So here we are driving down 13-7. All right, 1st down and 20 now for the Gators after a penalty. Seems like a promising drive is going to get derailed. There's your jet sweep fake to Trey. Get the defense going this way. And this play actually should be thrown to Ricky, who is wide open on this drag route. We are going to get some pressure right here. However, Mertz has this throw for sure. Plenty of time, slide step this way, stick this throw. Easy completion, tons of space. However, I'll take the result of this any day, even if I don't think he grades out with making the best throw here. He does make a nice play right here. ETN slides. 2 defenders commit to 1. With Mertz, he can run well enough. Mertz keeps his eyes downfield here, which is nice, still being a quarterback, not a runner. Hits ETN. Clean hands. Again, a guy I think Florida needs to throw the football to more, right? Get the ball to the ET offense as much as possible. And then he does the rest. That linebacker's got no shot. You are not catching him into the end zone for a tutty. Easy money right there, right? Easy money. He's been a touchdown machine in the past 2 games, and Florida's going to go up 14-13. It seems like it's required viewing for me to show you this play every week because somehow Florida does successfully run it basically every single week. But this is using Trey to get this play open, right? So same thing, split zone, play action in the flat to a tight end. But we're going to use Trey to try to get everyone to at least come here for just enough time so that the defense forgets about what we really want to do. So you get a fake here, play action fake here, and then you get a wide open tight end here. The Billy special, as we'll call it. And this one really hits pay dirt. This is what you dream of when you call this play. And Hanson's off to the races for a big chunk yardage play right there. So great stuff from Florida. The Billy special working. Obviously, for Billy's offense, you're going to have a good day at the office if you can run the ball. You can run your flood concepts, and you can roll out to the right. It's going to be a good day. Turning out to be a very good day early in the third quarter. It's important to remember, for every touchdown play the offense makes, the defense sometimes makes a bad play. And that's obviously true of Florida's defense. As a fan, sometimes it's easy to just look at the game and think, we made great plays on offense, we earned it. And they did not earn their plays on offense. Well, that's often not true. Obviously, your team will get helped as well, and Missouri is going to help Florida out pretty significantly on the 2nd and 5 play. But I like this. Florida trying to find ways to get the ball into their playmakers' hands. And this time it's going to be Ricky. Let's fake an inside run to ETN because we've had success here. I'm going to bottle all these guys up and give this play to Ricky. But we know Missouri's been very aggressive on these plays, and you're going to see them be very aggressive here. The only problem is they've got a ton of guys in the box. Here's their outside linebacker for all practical purposes. He is going to come over here and take the same lane as their safety, who is flying down into this. And then there's a nice little block. Don't crack back block him, but just chill there if you're Khalil, right? So we're going to crack him right here. But then he shoots through. Like, where is he going, right? I mean, what in the world is happening with this? And so essentially they actually have 3 defenders here. It's 3 on 3. They should be fine, right? Go outside, have one guy stay here. And instead, they blow themselves out of the play. Thank you very much. And now this looks like a play that Florida's defense makes, where safety tries to run a guy down and doesn't, and you get into the end zone on a backfield orbit motion handoff. I mean, here you go, right? Orbit motion handoff, that's it. You're catching the ball 9 yards behind the line of scrimmage, and you're taken to the house because on defense you can't leave your gap like that. But look, Florida benefits here, finding a way to get the ball in the hands of Ricky and Trey and ET, and right there, touchdown Florida. So now Florida with the lead midway through the third quarter, just like the LSU game. Would it hold? Florida 2 of 6 on third downs. Not a good third down team on offense, as we know. That passing down stat we gave you at the top needs to convert one here. Missouri goes back up 23-21, late third quarter action now. Mertz, the ball he should throw here is his corner route to Arliss. He's going to be open on the right side. He does open up and look at it, but he's looking to throw this route here to Trey, which he also has, by the way. Tight window here, but he actually has this throw too. I think he sees the pressure right here and decides, I don't love that, but he's got that throw, and then he slides up and out. Now, again, I would encourage Graham, if I'm coaching him, sometimes you want to stay in the pocket as a passer. This is early pressure. This is where you want to slide in the pocket, but do not escape the pocket, right? Step up right here, step up one, slide right here, reset right here. He's got the corner route. He's got it. We're moving the sticks on 3rd down and 5. Instead, he's going to make a play that's going to end his season, and it's going to be phenomenal. If it weren't for the fact that he breaks his collarbone, it's going to be amazing. It's still amazing anyway. He's wearing number 15. He basically, like Tim Tebow, enters him right here, and he's like, I'm getting this 1st down. Check this out. You got 4 Missouri guys, no problem. I'm wearing 1-5. I know what Tim would do. I'm trucking somebody. Straight through it, pad level low, drive through. Look at these 2 guys ping-ponging off of each other, and these dudes coming across. And I'm still going. Boom, take the punishment. I'm still riding, and you know what? That's not enough. I'm not going down yet. I got the 1st down. I got 2 more guys to take on because I see a lot of green over here. I'm taking them on too. Lower the pad level. Bam. Get taken down. The amount of adrenaline he obviously has flowing through his system is significant now. 1st down, celebrating right there. He's feeling it, right? Left arm still moving around pretty good. He's firing the crowd up. He's firing his team up. He looks good. These guys don't look good. These guys are down. I mean, they are down. I mean, what a run right here. Look at this. Lower the pad level. 2-on-1. Got him. 2-on-1. Hey, whatever. Great effort. Pop up. First down. And this looks like Tim right here. Right now. Stop that. Right? Might as well be Tim Tebow coming right here. Come around the corner. I got you. Boom. Keep on going. Right? Much smaller version of him, but similar concept. Kind of channeling him right there for what felt like a significant first down in this game, and it was, only for what's going to happen on the next play to be a very sad ending to what has been, I think, a very excellent season for Graham Mertz. A lot of Gator Nation doubted him, thought he was going to be a trash quarterback. Wisconsin fans happy to see him in a Florida uniform. He turned out to be one of the better transfer quarterbacks this season. Obviously took care of the ball really well and commanded Florida's offense with skill and precision. All right, here's Mertz. Let's watch the pre-snap action here. After that play, he's fired up. Team's fired up. Look, moving his left arm nicely. He broke his left clavicle, but right now, left arm moving around fine. Clapping. That must got to kill you. I've broken my collarbone, my left one too. Does not feel good. Clap. Bark some more concepts. Point to the left. I mean, the adrenaline is still surging through his veins right now, right? He's doing his job. He's focused. Clap again. And then handoff. This seems like nothing. I mean, absolutely nothing. Handoff. And then right there, right to the left clavicle. So all of a sudden, the adrenaline basically just wears off in an instant. He's focused, do my job, hand the ball off. Okay, oh man, this is really bad. I'm not going to be able to continue. And then there he goes. Yeah, my collarbone's jacked up, right? I'm jacked up. And indeed he is. So Mertz, great season. It's great to have you as a Gator. Obviously, I think he'll be back for Florida next year. I think the odds are pretty good for that. Steering, DJ Lagway, I'll learn from him. Different style quarterback, but you want to have a veteran guy who can teach the system to you as well as your coaches. I don't think it's the last we see of him. But again, a guy who was not the reason Florida had struggles this year. And that's a good thing, right? It's a good thing. I don't think he's a guy that Florida was maybe thinking they were going to get outside of Billy Napier. We did a film review on him and thought, hey, he's a capable pilot, is what he said. He can do well. There's a lot of things he does well. The biggest knock on him in our film review was in big games, he had disappeared at Wisconsin. He had made routine throws that he'd make in previous games. He'd missed them. And that was not true in his tenure here at Florida. He largely was very consistent, not a perfect quarterback, right? Doesn't hit the deep ball enough at times, doesn't hang in the pocket quite long enough, but managing what he's managed with this O-line and what he's done, hats off to him. Really solid job. Really, really solid job, but you knew what you were going to get at him, which is really important. He was very consistent. You knew what he was going to give you game in and game out, and that allowed Florida's offense to get better and better as the year went on. And Florida, again, this team really could have 2 or 3 more wins if it was just with the defense giving them a little help. So he's going to go out here with 2:24 left after a heroic first down conversion, exit the game, and we will hopefully see him next season helping out the team. All right, in comes Max Brown, a guy we've seen very lightly. Jack Miller was scheduled to be Florida's backup. He's been out with a myriad of injuries at his time at Florida. Hasn't looked great in the time he's had. So now it's Max Brown's time. Maybe people start calling him Doc Brown. Who knows? I love Back to the Future, depending on how much he starts cooking. Either way, Florida trusts him right here. We're going to run the rollout special, the Billy special, because why not, right? New quarterback in the game. Your quarterback playing for Billy. What do you want? You're like, Coach, I want the Billy special. My favorite play. There goes a split zone with Arliss. Roll out to the right. This ball could have been thrown slightly earlier, but look, Max was a baseball player. I like this sidearm angle right here. Squeeze it through the gap and stick Ricky. Now, Ricky's going to take a lick right here. Wham. I mean, that is a huge hit from a safety. That's what you want to do, but Ricky hangs on, as Ricky does. Massive hit, but it's a nice start for Max. On-time delivery, good strike, rolling out to the right. Good start for him. And again, showing Missouri, hey, look, we're not just going to hand the ball off to this guy. We trust him to run at least the Billy special. Let's see what else is in store for Missouri. One of the most fun things about watching a new quarterback play at any level for any team is you get to see what they do well and what they don't do well. So you're learning what they put on film. And one thing that becomes evident right away with Max Brown is that he is fantastic, and I mean fantastic, at the zone read. His fake is a 10 out of 10. Watch how he holds eye contact with the defensive end, the read player, and look how long he holds the fake, and look at his arm positioning. This is exactly how you would coach this. He could be on the instructional video right here for this play. It's absolutely perfect. Ball's hidden, ball's hidden, ball's hidden, and then quick pull out, right? That's perfect. It's going to be important later when you see this. But right out of the gate, I'm going to call that a sticky exchange, a very sticky, just kind of gooey, slow exchange, very tough to read. It's going to slow up this defender and this defender. That's going to allow this inside zone play to hit the way that it does, right? Because they're holding and he's holding too. He's not sure where this ball is going. By the time he reads it here, again, a better linebacker hopper here probably closes this gap, right? But doesn't get it, and we're out the gate, and there goes Montreal for a huge chunk piece of yardage. So 2 for 2 in the Max Brown era. The Gators pick up their 9th penalty, another self-inflicted offensive penalty, moving 2nd and 7 to 2nd and 12. Not a great recipe for success. We're going to bring everything in tight. And now we've got a timeout. Again, we've seen this a lot. We talked about it earlier. Billy's really upset. Billy's fired up. But the reality is, this has happened regardless who the quarterback is. No matter what's happening, Florida has a really bad habit of going penalty timeout, penalty delay game, and a bunch of other stuff. Now, I'm happy to see Billy have some emotion here. Oftentimes, it looks too listless when Florida's just enduring all these penalties. But this stuff has been consistent all year long. And I think this is how all Gator fans feel every single time we see this. All right, so out of a timeout, a precious resource, here we go. 2nd and 12. What are we going to draw up? Well, you know what you want to run? Let's hit another version of the Billy special. Because again, you're a quarterback playing for Billy. What do you want to run? Coach, I want the Billy special. This time it's not a tight end. We'll use Ricky on the Billy special and see what's up with this one. This one's not generally as successful. People pay more attention to Ricky. This one's definitely not going to be successful. This is exactly like what we saw teams do to AR, which is just, hey, you know what? We think you want to roll right. Forget this. We are just coming in this angle as hard as we can. Good luck with that. And Max says, hey, I saw AR play. I was on the roster. I know what's up. Check me out. I'll make the same move. I'm going to get out of here. I'm going to take off. I'm going to slide. I don't want to go out of the game with a backup quarterback right now. I'm going to slide, and I want to take a hit in the face. Forearm shiver to the face right there. Drawing a penalty for my squad. That's going to be a first down right here. Forearm shiver right there to the face. Thank you very much. And we're good. We'll take that first down. All right, Max Brown era. Off to a good start. Another first down. Florida down 2. All right, Florida in the red zone. Missouri obviously signaling to Florida, hey, you know what? We feel like we've seen this movie before. You're running a bunch set, which we know you generally are very conservative out of. We've seen you do this on film. We're going to load the box up with 10 dudes because we don't really fear you out of this formation. You're probably going to run it. You're going to be correct with this. And unfortunately, Max is going to get a little bobble of the snap. Focus right here. Little bobble just right there. Snap comes in pretty hot, actually, for a shotgun snap. Boom, it's a heater from Slaughter. And he's going to catch it, but flip it, and then he's a little off of his timing, right? And he needs to recover by taking an extra step to get to the handoff mesh point. And instead, he takes one step. He's not there. It's the quarterback's job to put this ball in the breadbasket. That's your responsibility as the quarterback. You got to put it in there, make sure it's there. If it's not there, you just pull it back and die, right? Take a play death, whatever. It's better than this. Unfortunately, he still goes for it, sticks it right into Montreal's elbow, and that is the worst case scenario. The Max Brown era off to such a good start. Driving, feel good story, things feel nice. Then on the road, you turn the ball over right there in the red zone. Yep, that guy right there, he's feeling it. He's painted up. It's cold outside. He's like, no way, dude. This is not happening. The vibes were good. Yeah, coach, my bad. I try to fit it in here, and here you go. He's short of the spot. You can see it right here. He's not going to get it in the breadbasket. And, pain. So much pain. And it would be Florida's luck, of course, if they don't get the ball back on a fumble. If they fumble it, they're probably not going to get it back. And then there you go. Huge turnover from Missouri. The second turnover from Florida that essentially was completely unforced. On first down, Florida runs into a loaded box. On second down, Florida takes a sack pretty quickly, and now it's 3rd and 16. Missouri, after that touchdown, up 30-21. They're feeling good. Everyone in the stadium feels good. They feel like this is over. We've seen this Florida team before. Backup quarterback now. We're good. Game is basically done, right? Put it to bed. If you're Missouri, what do you do on 3rd and 16? Well, you're going to bring 3, and they're already showing respect. That's a spy. They're already saying, you know what? We've seen him run. We think this dude can run. We're going to spy him. And good call, Missouri. That's a check. Good call for you because he does want to run on 3rd and 16. Here we go, except he's got moves. Look, Max has got moves right here, right? Put the foot in the ground, drive, by, get buried. You're not going to get him. Little pump fake. I always like this when quarterbacks do this because why not? Just try anything, right? Little pump fake there. Maybe I'll get you. Jab step in the ground. Dig for a few more yards. Look, here's the first down line. Not bad. Proving to be dangerous as a runner. So 3rd and 16 becomes 4th and 4. Florida's going to punt down 9, give the ball to Missouri. Oh, but wait a minute. Thanks to that run, maybe Florida's going to go for it. All right, 4th and 4. Florida's 4th down conversion rate, not great. Florida's gone for quite a few of them. Game on the line, 11 minutes left. Still a lot of time left. Florida only down 9. So Billy basically saying on his own side of the field, I don't think I can trust my defense to get 2 stops in a row. If I punt down 9, I punt the ball. I need 1 stop. I get the ball back. Then I score, right? So we score. Let's get, a little money sign there if I can draw one. I can't. It's literally not going to work. There we go. I score. I kick the ball off. I get another stop. I score again, and I take the lead, hopefully with no time left, right? Maybe I need a 3rd stop. But either way, I got to get 2 stops. I don't feel like maybe I can. Maybe I can't get 2 stops. So instead, I'm going to try to score now, get 1 stop, get the ball back, and then score again, right? That's kind of the thinking here. I probably can't get 2 or 3 stops. I might only get 1 stop. Let's go for it. Let's put my chips on the table and see what happens. If you watch this film review all year, you already know what Florida's going to run. We're in a 2x2 set, and you know, as well as everyone else knows, a double slant's coming. 100% is what Florida's running. Double slant, 4th and 4. It's like literally the play we run. Other teams have to know this. I don't know how we keep converting it, but this time it's much better. Missouri plays man. It says, I know you want this double slant. Unfortunately, their robber does not really come and rob quickly enough, but their coverage is pretty good. However, if I'm playing Florida, I'll tell you what I'm doing. If I'm playing Florida, I'm putting all of my defenders like a yard on the inside right here. I'm inside here. Sorry, not that way. I'm inside here. I'm inside here. And I'm literally telling you pre-snap, there's no chance you're running a slant on me. You can run something else. Run an out route. I've never seen you do that before on 4th and 4. But Missouri playing man, however, still on Khalil here, going to be able to get him to step outside and win. Now, nice job, right? Max is going to open up. We know that we love throwing the ball to Arliss. We've seen Graham do it a million times. You all know on man-to-man, I love going to Trey. Trey's my guy. It's where I'd want to go. Let's look and see what happens to Trey. Trey's going to, though, run really more of a decoy slant here. He's taking a much deeper slant route here. That would not be good. Not going to happen there. Max opens up to the right. Right away, he's going to read Arliss. Arliss is the number 1. He's going to read inside to outside. Arliss not there. Also, again, the robber going to sit on his side. Now he comes right here to Khalil. It's got to be Khalil. It's Khalil or nobody. You got to stick this throw. There is a window here. He's got leverage, right? Ball's got to be perfect. And that is a perfect ball. I mean, it hits him right in the face mask. I mean, that is a 10 out of 10 pass from your backup quarterback on 4th down and 4. You cannot throw a better pass than that one. And Khalil snags it, hangs on, 1st down. I mean, that is cojones right there by Max Brown. That is absolute filth, cold stuff from your backup QB. Look at the angle right here. There's Arliss. Tight coverage, right? Robber, who really should be a little more over here, being picky. But right here in the pocket, baseball delivery, 3-quarter delivery, right? Look at this sling. He's slinging this thing right here. And I mean, that is right in the face mask. It's a perfect ball. Florida moves the sticks. And Missouri with 7 guys in the box loaded up here. Looking like man-to-man up top, single high safety. We know they're going to bail. Could take a little 5-yard throw here, right? We've seen that before. But hey, we already know we put that on film. Let's fake that. We've talked about this before. If you hit these plays enough, you can fake them. Here comes your hitch fake. Hitch and go, right? Now, I would like to see a pump fake here from Max. I think if he pump fakes this, he's going to get him open. As a quarterback, you got to help your receiver. He is looking into the backfield here. The corner is. Pump this, right? And right now, pump fake. Pump. Bam. Stick a pump right there. He'll get that. He'll learn that. Maybe next week. Maybe Florida State will do it, right? Pump fake. He doesn't pump, but he does do the right thing here, which is that this ball is going to go to the back shoulder. Give your receiver a chance, right? He spins around. The DB now is not looking. He knows if a DB is not looking, he can't play defense. Give your receiver a shot. Put him a catchable ball. which he does. That's great coverage right there and a better catch by Khalil. That is a filthy catch. Khalil on fire right now, making these catches in traffic. And so are the Gators, moving the football down 9. 2nd and 9, time to show you Doc Brown at work here, making a sweet zone read. Watch how much this defensive end bites on this fake. Look at this. Look how long he keeps it again. Sticky, 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 sticky. He cannot tell who has the ball right now, and he's frozen. His feet are frozen because of the motion by Ricky. We've got the defense to slide, but this is so well done. Don't pull it early, pull it late, and then when you pull it so you can't see the ball, right? That ball is hidden behind his back, and now Max gets the drop step on the DN. He's leaning inside. He's faked him out. He's faked the linebacker out. And check this out. They're both in recovery run, and they don't know how fast Max is. Turns a corner, keeps going, first down, right? I mean, he knows he does that well. The world is figuring it out now in this game. 2nd and 9, first down. Florida's still driving. 2nd and 8, pistol set. Another really good fake here by Max is going to generate partially this. Linebacker play, right? Really important. Linebacker play. You got to run fit. We've seen Florida struggle. Here's your play fake right here. He hides whether or not he has it. Sells the fake. Linebacker gets stuck here for a second. He's indecisive. Who has the ball? Does the quarterback have it? I need to see an extra look. No, he does not. And by the time he realizes he does not, he's too late. That deceptive fake has bought this space, and we know ETN is way too quick for that. Look at him get through this hole. I mean, he has no chance of even touching him. Make contact, get down the field, and first down results right there. So good stuff. Feed ETN, feed Trey, and let's get the running game of Max going. Here we go, 1st and goal. 1st and goal, Missouri has had enough of this running game. They are going to absolutely bring the house right here. Here comes everyone. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. And they're going to play cover 0-0. He's manned up on the tight end, right? They're playing cover 0 right here. They're selling out to stop this play. Florida with the perfect play dialed up, a little inside zone play, which looks to be split zone. He's going to take the first player that comes in here and basically trap him. We're going to let him through, trap him here, create a crease in the A-gap. And again, Max's ability with the look of this play is going to hold him enough, right? He's getting trapped anyway, but he's actually looking at Max here thinking maybe he's going to keep this ball. And he takes a little bit of a steep angle. You can see him reach for Max. Max does not have the ball. ETN does. And now he's past him. ETN has it. Florida's allowed the pressure to come over here because we don't care if pressure comes here or here. We want this gap right here. And there goes ETN. Walk-in tutty. Again, that is largely created, of course, by Florida's offensive line, which is playing 2 backups at this point in time, right? We're down to 2 backups. Got a different right tackle, different left tackle, but we're making it happen right here. Nice block here on the outside. Nice seal block here. Guys are acquitting themselves well. And Max Brown holding onto a long time, creating a fake right there. Stickiness with the zone read leads to a tutty. Florida now down just 2. Florida's defense gets a stop. It's now 1st and 10 with 4:44 left in this game. Florida with a chance to drive and take the lead. We talked earlier about Billy going for it on 4th down earlier, so presuming he could not get 2 stops in a row, and now Florida presented with an opportunity to run the clock out. Although Missouri has 3 timeouts to take a lead. That'd be the ideal scenario. Run the clock out, get out of there. Florida's defense is not trustable. Let's see what happens on 1st down. Pistol set, and watch again the Max Brown effect, right? Here's this guy. He's a backup quarterback. He's brand new. Missouri has no film on him, but look at what they're worried about. Again, watch the linebacker here, and watch the end. His fakes are so good. Boom and boom. He gets 2 guys pulled out of the box with his fakes. Look at this right here. And here comes ETN. Once again, linebacker play, right? You cannot overcome bad linebacker play. You cannot overcome linebackers that are not making good reads. And there it is. Bad read. Eventually he does make the tackle, but that is a 1st down. 10 yards on 1st and 10 on a simple inside zone run. The Max effect is real right now. One of the nice things about zone read and why it became so popular when guys like Chip Kelly was running at Oregon. Obviously, Urban Meyer heavily featuring it. Is it's such an easy read for the quarterback, but it puts a ton of pressure on the defense. So now we're going to motion Trey across. And they're going to come down here and man this up. And we're basically taking 2 defenders to the sideline and just putting them out of the play. And now Max here is going to read this defensive end. And now look, it's highly likely he doesn't always have the green light to keep the ball, right? In some scenarios, Billy might be saying, look, you got to hand this one off. But he's going to read this guy. And the reason I say it's highly unlikely is theoretically here he's keeping this ball. You got a crashing D end. Either way, though, he's reading it. His read window is always perfect. Staring right at him, keeping his feet underneath him, long, sticky, as we talked about, and out the back, right? Now, I show you this because this play on 2nd and 5 is not going to go for much. But Florida gets a look on film of what happens when they motion Trey across, and they can see the defense is now flooding the interior. They're worried about these inside zone runs, and there's really no one here in this window. All right, let's see what happens on the next play. 3rd down and 3, crunch time now in this football game. We just showed you on the previous play that Florida had a motion look with Trey across the field. They ran a zone read with an inside zone run. Max Zone has already been establishing himself as a quality runner. We've seen plays where he has affected Missouri's defense with his running and with his fakes. I would grade his ball fake on the zone read as a 10 out of 10. It is absolutely perfect. It's sticky. It's slow. His footwork is great. So on 3rd and 3, given that Florida just saw in the previous play that Missouri would bring their safety over and cover, whether it was Ricky or Trey and man, allowing Florida to take 3 defenders off the table for the zone read to the left side. And even though Missouri had been loading up on him, Florida had been hitting those inside zones well. So let's see how this works out for Florida. On the snap, Max Brown again. Perfect zone read technique. Head up on your read man. Look at the positioning of the ball fake. The ball is going to be hidden as long as possible. It's hidden from your read defender as long as possible. He cannot see the football right now. Can't see it, can't see it. The pull angle is quick and tucked. Can't see it, can't see it. Now he can. And this is really important. The better this fake is, and the angle is everything, the slower it's going to make not only your DM, but also your linebacker. We've already seen Max Brown confuse this linebacker multiple times, and he gets him again. Notice how many steps he takes over here. The ball is hidden. Notice how long it takes for him to recognize that the ball is over here. Meanwhile, Florida's taken 3 dominoes off the table, if you will, and now it's Max Brown one-on-one versus D end. This is Chip Kelly 2007 and 8. It's Urban Meyer 2007 and 8. It's why the zone read is hard to stop, especially when Missouri has no film on Florida. And here we go, one-on-one, Max Brown. I don't know if anyone knew he had this kind of explosiveness. We do now. Torches this D end, is running down the field, right, almost for 6. Almost for 6. If we don't get a safety coming right here who actually shallows this angle and has to basically just catch up right there, we're gone. We are gone. Great setup by Florida. Great execution by Max Brown. You know, it's really important when you bring your backup off the bench, not only is he ready, but you set him up for what he does well. And Florida obviously knows that Max Brown has mastered the zone read, and they are putting it to good use in this game. Florida in the red zone now where a field goal takes a lead, but more importantly, with time running down, perhaps they can drain the entire clock to get a win with no time left. All right, 1st and 10. Ideally here, Florida, let's say, gets stopped on 1st down. Missouri calls a timeout. Even potentially gets stopped on 2nd down. Missouri calls a timeout. They get the 1st down on 3rd down, and the game is functionally over. You could take a knee, and kick a chip shot field goal for the win, right? There's other ways this can happen too, but if Florida even gets 1 first down, they're going to put a lot of pressure on Missouri as long as it's not on 1st down, if you will, right? Also, if Florida gets a touchdown, that'll put some pressure on Missouri as well. They can't get a field goal, right? So a lot of ways this is good for Florida. What is Billy Napier going to do? Again, we went for it on 4th and 4. Here is the man of the hour. We went for it on 4th and 4 on the run side of the field. We didn't trust our defense to get 2 stops. Our defense has gotten 1 stop. We're controlling our own destiny here to a certain extent. Max Brown is on fire. You've trusted him with some basic stuff. What do we go to? First play, I like this right now. Trey's still in the game, right? We have ETN in the game. We got our best playmakers in the game. We're dangerous. We are not running a bunch set formation. Best chance of success. Missouri right now, going to counter. 7 guys in the box. Still playing both pass and run. Not totally sold out to run yet. So Florida says, hey, I like this look. I think we can run on this look. Let's see what happens with our backup offensive line. And that's not going to work out well. We run into the boundary, and we get stuffed short, right? Now, again, the numbers here were fine. Florida just loses the line of scrimmage on this play. Look at this. Missouri blows us back right here. Nowhere to go for ETN. Florida had been running the football very well up until this point. That's a win for Missouri. Timeout, and now it sets up second down. All right, 2nd and 11 now. Now, Florida goes to what we've seen Billy Napier do before on 2nd down and 11. The bunch set, bringing everyone in here together. All of you know I do not love this for a million reasons. One, Florida's weak on the O-line. It's one thing if you're a power football team and you're able to blow people off like this and you can do whatever you want in 12 personnel. 2, we're in 12 personnel, which means Trey is no longer on the field. The player that the defense is most worried about is no longer on the football field. That to me is a problem. You're trading him for a tight end, and we're not a great blocking team out of this scheme. At least not good enough to justify taking off your best playmaker. And now you're also bunching the field up, which makes your zone reads harder. There's a reason why zone read pairs really well with the spread. We are now not running the spread. We're mixing a power look with a pistol. Can this work? Sure. It's not been great for Florida in my opinion. And now Missouri, of course, is going to load this box up. 2, 4, 6, 8. A 9th coming across with 2 free defenders here, right? So we got 8 in the box. We're matching. It's 2nd and 11. Florida going to fake the jet sweep. I would like to see Max keep this ball here. I still think you're better off here doing this or at least running some form of keeper. Instead, we go with an inside run again. We're blown up here. Missouri winning at the line of scrimmage. And if we don't get tripped up here, right, this is a win one-on-one. If Hansen does not get blown all the way back here, there is a chance that ETN does have a crease here. Especially on the all-22, there is a chance we have a crease there. But again, you're going in a heavy, tight, condensed area where any one singular win from a defensive tackle or any interior lineman is going to make this play tough. And that's what happens here. Hansen loses a one-on-one battle, 6 wins. ETN gets tripped over his leg, and we lose another yard, and Missouri gets taken out of the clock. And look, now we're in some trouble, right? Ideally here, you'd like to be in 3rd and 5 or some chance to get a first down to win this football game. Florida feels like they're going pretty conservative here. All right, 3rd and 12. Florida, after a timeout, comes back and it goes back into the same bunch set. No Trey on the field. If you get a first down right now, you win the football game. It's literally over. You don't have to put your defense back out there. To me, with a running quarterback like Max, it makes a lot of sense. Although, of course, you could lose a few more yards here, right? You can make this field goal a little longer on yourself, but the risk-reward of this is worth it, especially since you went for it on your own half, basically telling your team, hey, I don't necessarily trust my defense. I want them to, not have to get 2 stops. Well, here's your chance. What are you going to do? Bunch everything in tight. Missouri tells you, hey, we don't respect that. We are loading this box up. We don't think that you are going to play scared money, don't make money. We think you're going to play scared money. And Florida goes for scared money right here, and we almost get in trouble trying to run this outside zone. Max reaches for the belly, kind of falling, and ETN grabs it. And again, Florida's hoping here to get this sealed off so we can get a sprint out here, and maybe that's a touchdown, right? That's the goal. But once again, just as we saw in the previous play, right, 6 is going to win and going to win big. He's going to menace right here. He's going to blow up. I mean, look at that. He's blowing up our right tackle, just destroying him. ETN's now 5 yards behind the line of scrimmage. That's not going to work well. And now it's just too little too late. There's nowhere to go. For this play to work, you're going to need this to be a clean seal, straight around the edge, flying into the open field. So again, if your team's strength is your offensive line, if you are winning at the line of scrimmage, you can bunch this stuff up because then you can run stretch plays or wide zone plays. You can seal this stuff off in here and hit home runs. That to me is not what Florida's been good at. We haven't seen a lot of that on film. To not have Trey in the game on second and third down when you can also run those bubble screens to him, you can run those jet sweep pop passes to him, you can get him in an orbit motion. To me, I think is a mismatch of risk and reward. Yes, Florida's going to wind up with a 4th and 17, and the defense needs to get a stop. But knowing your defense has struggled, knowing your defense is missing 2 linebackers, playing a lot of freshmen, just in general has not had the season you wanted, to go up against a banged-up Missouri team where Max has been playing really solid and go 3 straight plays where he does not get a chance to do what he does best, which is run that zone read, which you've had nothing but success with, I think is a frustrating moment here for me breaking down this film. To me, it's just too conservative, and ultimately compounding our error here is you do want, right now, if you're ETN, you're just dead. You can't get there, you're just going to dive. It sucks. You can't get there. You just dive down and make them burn their last time out, right? Make them burn it. Instead, he goes out of bounds. It's worst case scenario. It's a risk of running a stretch play or a wide zone play in college. Frustrating stuff. Again, I don't love how Florida seemingly took their foot entirely off the gas pedal and settled for 3 here. They did get to 4th and 17. Could have been just fine. They also had 3rd and 8. Could have been just fine. But again, to me, I would have liked to have seen Florida do something a little more. And that does open up risk. What if you fumble? What if you throw a pick, right? I think you can make things very safe, high-low reads, one-player reads, roll out somebody or nobody in the flat, right? Keep it simple. Trust a guy you've given reps to all year. He's gotten you to this point. Give him a chance to seal the deal and take a win. You have a guaranteed win in your control, in your hands. Don't play afraid. And I think Florida did here, and it cost them. This will be the essential last play of the game, right? Florida gets they get the ball back, and they run one play, and there's still 1 second left, run another one on a hook and lateral, and nothing doing. So this is going to end it for Florida. They do get the field goal. They do go up 31-30. The vibes were good at 4th and 17. Most of you probably felt great. I felt great. Let's get a stop. Let's get out of here. It did not happen. Florida takes another L. However, the offense was very productive, and backup quarterback Max Brown, the doc, if you will, now has a huge game against Florida State where Florida State will watch this film and Florida State will see what you just saw, which is that, hey, this dude is excellent at the zone read. He is a dangerous runner. He is capable. We're going to make him throw the football from the pocket, which, again, he did in this game well when he had opportunities to, but we're going to make him play the whole game that way. We are not going to allow him to do what we maybe could have gotten away with against Missouri a couple of more times. So it's going to be an uphill challenge for him. We'll see what he's made of on Saturday, but regardless, unfortunate result for the offense. They did enough to win. Unfortunate result for Max Brown, who comes in off the bench for Mertz after Mertz heroically converts the first down. Brown plays heroically in his role. Could have been a very different story. Could have been a feel-good moment. And instead, once again, Florida does take that L. With that, that'll bring us to the end of our film review. As always, I hope you've enjoyed this episode. I look forward to being back with you next week when I'll break down the Florida State game. As always, I'm James from the Gator Nation Football Podcast Film Review. Go Gators.